Hi YouTube. I thought I'd share some of my lazy day with you. I'm doing not too much. I've got a salad ready for later to have with some salmon, and so my day is that's probably it. Oh, I have a dishwasher for most of my stuff, so I'll just probably start up like a load of dishes and a load of laundry, but I'm not putting anything away, I don't think. Maybe the dishes, I don't know. I'll see. But that's enough. Yesterday I went outside for a little while, about an hour. It was pretty warm. Today it's not as hot out physically, but the humidity is rising, so that's worse on. Although I miss my horse, I have to admit, days like these are usually in the end of June, July, and August. But so it's pretty early for being really hot, which I don't mind because if my air comes on, I've got it set lower, so the conditioner probably won't come on. But if it does, that's the noise. But yeah, I got it really chilled out in here and then just turned it way up so it shouldn't come on for a while here. So, anyway, yeah, I've been having a pretty good day. Not bad. I've got right my youngest son, he's been in jail again, so drug use, he got caught with paraphernalia and something else, probably disturbing the peace or something. I don't know. He's known for that type of um, outburst, or getting in trouble, just all kinds of, when drugs are related um, in any kind of circumstance, drugs and alcohol, I've just noticed trouble goes hand in hand. Such is life. But I'm going to write him a letter. I don't know what I'm going to say yet. He's probably got like 3 more months to do or something. Oh, that's what it was. He got picked up on a warrant that he didn't pay a fine. So, and with that free money everybody's been getting, he should have been able to at least pay some of it or whatever. So, I don't know. My computer's been goofy today. Might be the service or YouTube or uh it wasn't really unjust, but yesterday I was in Facebook jail because I got in trouble with a Mason. We were having a pretty good interchange on a. I usually don't even comment on a lot of posts, but this friend of mine from Minneapolis, him and his wife lived down there and children and whatever. And this Mason was saying, well, we wouldn't let, I was okay with the conversation. And I did say to the guy, I was like, your degrees don't mean anything. I was raised around that too. I was going to say that crap, but I didn't, and I was polite. But then I seen that he said, we wouldn't let busters like you in our lodge. And I was like, first I'm thinking, because my friend's black man, I'm thinking, they have the Prince Hall, you moron. I was going to write, but I didn't. But then he was such a snot, and I usually would just let the men talk and go. But after that, when he said that, I said a couple of shortened swear words. They weren't even the whole thing. And I told him to shut his gob and to go lay down by his dish. And I left it at that. Well, then I got it for bullying. And I've never been in, well, I got, one post was way back when I had shared something about, I don't know if it was the fake illness or what, but so because everybody's bodies change and with the weather and humidity, barometric pressure, everything. And if you're not aware of it, and allergies and pollution, then they use this against you and say, oh, you got this, you got that. And it's like just raising a whole world of scaredy cat hypochondriacs. Oh, I got this, I got that. Yeah, you have ailments, all right. I hope I can help you, that type of thing. So anyway, yeah, I got in jail for like 24 hours, or by the time I noticed it, they said I had like 19 hours left. I couldn't comment. So, oh, boo hoo. I can just about say anything on there, and used to talk to Mark Zuckerberg like 12 years ago or whatever, when I just was on there for, I had a business breaking horses if I wanted to, but I didn't really. And then thought about promoting with my DUNS number and contractor's license, and maybe subbing out work to people or whatever. But I wanted to be on Facebook so I could do whatever I needed to do with my things that I'm good at doing, and so I thought, and also, um, then I became a minister, and I didn't and don't advertise that, but I had some cards ready, printed out, and thought about doing marriages locally and whatever. But then to counsel couples before they get married, all up in their business and whatever. I mean, it was even difficult with my oldest son and his wife. It's like, well, do I talk? Do I speak my mind like I do everywhere I go and be myself? I mean, I wasn't a bitch. I don't insert myself in people's lives, like dive right in and give a shit, but this is my kids, so it's like, and then I kind of felt like, mm, what's the bother even talking to people if they're not on that observation level of the, what we're talking about, the same level in important aspects in life, um so it's like, yeah, and they're at different stages in their lives, whatever, you know it just, wow, my lady. So, but yeah. So I wouldn't say that Facebook unjustly did anything to me or nothing. It's just that I did feel like that Mason got away with bullying somebody I cared about. But yet, when I said something to him, and it was the truth, when you're going to talk to another man like, he was condescending, and all my friend was talking about was, hey, is anybody going to go to the art show in Minneapolis? And the day before that, he was talking about, um, the last show they went to. Did any of um, any of his friends stop by of the black artist business, and see what, look at any of their tables of their stuff or whatever. He was just talking to people in the community, and then, and there's people from all around the world on his page too, and it's like, this dude was just downright, then tried to get in my mind with his little ether, and I said, go get your friends. You aren't strong enough to talk to me in the ether, you jerk. Besides that, I know that feeling, and God talks to me in my body with my spirit, electric, and the trees and the breeze, and so little mind trips like this man was trying to lay on my friend, trying to. And I said, well, I did say to the man or the guy, I said to him, I said, um at least Tom's out here talking to his friends and the people in the community. um what are you doing with what you vowed to help the community? Night, KNIGHT question mark. And he wrote back, he's like, and I knew it would get him, but whatever. He deserved it. And he's like, whatever I do, the good I do, my works, um, I don't have to prove, unlike taking selfies all over the internet. And I'm thinking, selfies, dude, I barely have from um, right after my stroke when I was down in Texas, visiting my family. All the allergies and the operation, and on my sinus and whatever. And so it's like, dude, selfies? I have a picture of me holding a fish and a few things at a car show through the years, like, and from being one of the first businesses on Facebook when there was only a few thousand, like even 12,000, and then 23 and 40 the first year. We watched it just grow. And it's like, dude, get out of my face, back down, you know. Sitting there telling my trying to demean my friend and stop him from C because he's getting into Gnostic and esoteric and the truth, and digging down and talking to people of all colors, but specifically his family. He's trying to, and I think a lot his wife too, because they have children and he's trying to protect everybody. That's a natural situation right there. So it's like, yeah. And then the Mason is in there. And my friends, like, if he's 30, I'd say that's probably pushing it somewhere around in there. You're not going to pick on somebody and get away with it around me. It just doesn't happen. So anyway, so I might have gotten in trouble for it, but at least this little thing that I said, go lay by your dish, at least he knew somebody wasn't going to have any fear of telling him he was not even my dog's smarter than that, really, seriously, you know. And she likes to have her teeth brushed, and the way that man was talking, he has a filthy mouth. You could just tell. But he was holding it back. If And I wasn't angry. I was still even talking to him. I was just playing with him. It's like whatever. And he wasn't playing with my friend. So, excuse me. So yeah, it was worth it anyway. That's what I'm saying. So anyway. Yeah, yesterday I did a lot of cleaning in the house and moving stuff around. I got big planters and stuff, so I had to move them and get all the dog and cat hair up, and dirt from outside, and little chunks of wood that get tracked in from sawdust, and God knows, you know. Anyway, country, it is dirtier to live in the country in a way, except we sort of have more fresh air. Kinda. I don't know about today. I'm not going to go out and find out. So, yeah. But yeah, I usually, like I say, I just scroll past it. It's like, let them talk, whatever. And I've been doing that a lot lately, but you know, and it was racism. If he hadn't have said, we don't let busters like you in, oh, see, you don't do that. You don't talk like that to people. No. And I'm not going to sit there and let it happen. See, now my friend, he wasn't going to say nothing about it because you never know what's going to happen, and you're a younger person, a man, with children and everything else, and the way things are really in life a lot of times, you don't want to step on too many toes because you could end up getting hurt for it. So it's like, nah, and that is putting fear in people, and that pisses me off. So yeah, it was worth getting in a little bit of trouble, and I kind of have before, but it is because I know I have Masons and Eastern Star and what I'd call natural witches from the bloodline. And those are the dirtiest ones and the sneakiest ones, too. They're not the ones that think they're hybrid and go and get in some lodge or some group or nothing, because they're watched kind of closely, although their rituals are really downright serious. But Satan really uses them little morons, like the little dark witches that are in love with power control and in a weird way just want to be loved or acknowledged or whatever, and everybody does. So I'll grant them that much. But if they're practicing dark crap to get to that situation, or um, making an agreement with Satan that another person will have issues because of them, and that's um, uh, really the gist of it. And it is that Faucian bargain. So, whoa, I saw the light, opened up my eyes. Life is demanding without understanding. Oh, there's a couple more words in there, but I just didn't want to sing the whole song. I don't even remember the name of it right now, but anyway, yeah. So, pretty good day, not bad. I thought it was funny. My oldest son, he's like, your eyes really aren't just brown. Oh, well, duh. Yeah, you've only known me for almost 40 years and you just realized, yeah? Wow. No. Well, anyway, I have a ring of blue around him where he gets his blue eyes. So, and with the brown, it makes it look a little darker, but the brown is kind of with gold flecks, so it makes it a lighter brown. So, I always was kind of, they look dark, then they can look dark or they can look blue, but what I really think is funniest is sometimes they'll reflect like the blues do with the red and the gold together, and which is in the white, I can use it to make it look kind of silver and stuff. So that's just funny. But eyes are cool, aren't they? You know, they are the windows of the soul. You can see Christ in mine if you look really close. They say no man has seen God, but they didn't say no woman did. And they didn't say no woman didn't see Christ either. And they aren't going to tell me I didn't see Satan because I know him personally. That's a fact. You know, and I won't say I don't fear him because he's a crazy infant mind bully, but God's helping him to realize that everybody has a father, and God our Father, the Almighty. That's the need to be acknowledged right there to earn the right to suck air, you know. So, and not have your energy absorbed by the Almighty and granted your soul to carry on individually. Isn't that a cool gift? So if you think you're gifted here and now, just think of the gifts you can have if you behave yourself. And really, it's fun to behave because you can be such a rebel out there and nobody does put that fear in you. Um, all they can do is really play with you. It can hurt you physically and whatever. But like I made a post, or I think it was on my last video, and I shared on Facebook, you know, it only hurts till you die, the pain. So, LOL. When I say LOL, I'm saying LOL, you know. it does make me laugh out loud. It's horrible, isn't it? All the decay. Yikes. Speaking of that, I'm glad Doug got Dusty's burial mound all looking beautiful and everything. So, because, and I had put she had different rugs and things out of her barn. I put on in a tarp I put over her, and, and then started piling stuff on top of her, leftover hay and dirt. So Doug was able to get in there with the dirt. And in the meantime, his hydraulics on the tractor broke. The gas line had like a leak. It was just a flippin' petroleum nightmare on his clothes. And for me, well, it's toxic to anybody, but so it was pretty bad. Um, I had the window closed because it happened right outside the back of my window where I like to be all the time, in my room. So I got it set up with a desk and a couple TVs, monitors, whatever stuff, my PC and stuff. Comfortable tunes, soundbar, subwoof, which I want to make a little bit better. I've got to rearrange my room, and then I'm going to get my sound set up a little better. Like I had it that way a couple years ago, but when you move big pieces of furniture and stuff, I don't like to do that too often, but it needs to be done. So, but like I told Doug, it's like the bag of corn is like 90 pounds, and I've thrown bales and did sheetrock, and where you hold it and nail above your head, and you know put them up on walls way up, you know, by myself, and up on scaffolding, and different, keeping strong, and even moving like my 400-pound wood stove. But you, with that, and refrigerators, washers, all that, I like to keep strong because um I don't want to be one of these 80-year-olds that can't walk, you know, and even feed themselves or take a bath or whatever. It's like I want to stay as strong as I possibly can and as limber and whatever, you know, with hurting my shoulder and arm and whatever. I know I used to like walk on my hands and or do handstands on the wall to relieve pressure on my spine, and that played hell with any kind of um, push-ups or different things. But I was able to strengthen it in other areas like extending and in that range of motion instead of uh, underneath my body for that weight. So trying to recondition it with more aerobically than with strength training, but still every once in a while, even when I still had the break, I would use the muscles for a little bit of a stress test. I mean, not much until I got to that part where now I can't really like just reef on stuff like I used to, but I can still move that stuff, you know. So, and then with my self defense training and yoga and dance and whatever, and I'm limber. And you gotta stay strong. The older you get, you better have balance. Oh, that is so key. Hey, just touch your toes and stretch up to the sky with your hands, above your head, and stretch. Just like not real hard or don't hurt yourself, but just do that like two, 3 times, like 3 times, maybe even once a week. And if you're busy and you're working and you keep limber and stuff and you're active, you're doing what you need to do. Keep your strength training in there every so once in a while, just like a man would say, like bowling out, like being a bowl, you know, I just call it like for me, maxing out, taking my muscles to the maximum, which is extraordinary if you've trained them, So people are, you know, remarkable healers, you know. So, oh, I have another injustice to tell you about. Not like I said, like the Facebook one wasn't justified, but well worth it. It. Since I've been an adult, I have not. Well, no, I'll have to take that back. I used to smack my ex-husband. Though that's after he would start stuff. Don't get me wrong. I don't walk up to people and just cold cock them, and I don't really remember, well, battles that I've had with people that were bigger than me and men. Yes, that has happened right up until about like 43 or 4, maybe 45. No, I think it was 50 the last time I got hit. So, like 13 years ago, somewhere in there. It's like, this is not happening again. But I saw that exchange from like on Robin's Hood. Um, uh, his brother in law. And his brothers didn't like him anyway, and I guess they one smacked him and the other pinned him because he had threatened to kill Robin. It's like I've been around that type of stuff, but and I've diffused stuff before, and I don't even have to break out in any kind of. Usually, I'm just like, hey, it's enough of that, out of here, you know, because people that know me, you know. I bet I have physically thrown people out my door, not women, but I guess they were still human as they were flying out across the lawn. But I don't usually just walk up to people and just like smack them. Um, I can usually handle the situation without that type of thing. But yeah, like I said, I can't really remember the last time aside from with my ex um and my sons. My sons would get froggy with me. Oh, they were like tri-state taekwondo champions, first place and this, that, and the next thing, and whatever. Don't give a shit, but would want to battle me, and it's like no, But so yeah, I had a few battles with each of my sons through the years too. Just pick on me, pick on me, pick on me, or pin me and not give me a choice. Now those things really did happen, and then I would have to defend myself, but not like I would really defend myself, if you get where I'm coming. And that they knew too. And the same with their dad. And these guys are big and they're muscular and they're trained, and and other people that I've gone through situations like that. So yes, they're still alive, and I didn't injure them, at least not too bad. And the one I did injure needed to be injured so I could escape with my kids. So, yeah, true story. Yeah, I finally had to put my foot down, so to speak, and tell them that's enough of this, you know, and that's that. But that was after like being together 16 years, married 2 kids, and enough of him. Yeah, it was really violent, really horribly violent. Then went into more some kind of can't prove physical abuse, and really totally mentally retarded, narcissistic. Knew definitely I had found the W in the um, Weptile bloodline. Oh, Wep, that's great. Yeah, they're weeping. They're crybabies, is what they are. Well, I don't get my way. I can say anything I want to a man of color. And this guy, too, I don't know if he was Hispanic of some sort, but that type of skin, which really blows me away that people from like Egypt can be just black as night and still be considered a Caucasian country. And the same with Israel. But yet they want to genocide people of color, you know, unless they suit their purposes as far as bowing to the man. No, I don't bow to no man. That will never happen. I don't bow to nobody. My Lord, yes, that's it. Nobody else. Mm, mm. Let me take that back. If you are one hell of a righteous friend and I see you treat everybody in the world on the level that they deserve to be treated and even better, then I'll bow to you, you know? And I will also bow to a man